Ladies and gentlemen, I got some good news and some bad news. I know whenever I make these kind of videos, there's always some sort of problem. And yeah, this is probably one of those times. However, like I said, there is a bit of good news, and I'll get to that in just a moment. First, the bad news. The bad news is, just when I was about to record the part to face Bahamut, my game corrupted. Yeah. So now I'll have to start all the way back from disc 1 all the way up to the point where I'm near the end of disc 3. Yep. That is going to be a pain in the ass to do. And do you know what? The only thing that could be said about my game being corrupted, because I went and did a virus scan, turns out a Trojan deleted my files! Thank you, Malwarebytes, because right now Avast is really sucking. So yeah, a Trojan deleted my files, and now I have to start all the way over again. The one downside of PC gaming. So it will be a while before I get back to the point of where I was, and I'll have to get all those GFs all over again. At least the difference is, at least I'll have Carbunkle and Diablos on the way to disc 3, as opposed to near the end of the game like I had originally had it set. That is a bit of bad news. Now for the good news. Something that people would probably be questioning, why does he still have that playthrough up if he hasn't finished yet? Oh yeah. Well, see, my Xbox One's disk drive is kaput. No, not my Xbox One, I meant my 360's disk drive is kaput. So I had to digitally download GTA. And it actually works this time. So yeah, from here on in, up until I catch up to Chapter 3 and actually finish off the rest of the game, I will be playing Grand Theft Auto 4 to make up for lost ground. I mean, I've worked hard to try to get the game up, so I had to digitally download it. At least for the most part, I am back to where I was. I told you I was going to get back to where I was and actually continue on with Grand Theft Auto. So, like I said, Grand Theft Auto will continue while Final Fantasy VIII is on a hiatus. How long of a hiatus? Until I catch up to where Bahamut is. So I'll make sure that there's no viruses or anything like that ruining any chances of me beating this game. So yeah, that's probably one of the updates that I have. Although there is one other thing I'd like to address. Apparently, there is a plague of subscriber deletions going around, from what I understand from many videos. I'm pretty sure that there is a lot of my subscribers right now who has a fan base that may have suffered this. If you do, check your analytics. No, don't check your analytics, because your analytics is not going to show you anything of that nature. As a matter of fact, your analytics will have an error. If your analytics has an error, that is YouTube removing subscribers from your channel. How do I know this? This happened to me in 2014. 155 subscribers gone in a matter of minutes, only for them to be reinstated. So, yeah, there is a website, I will put it in a link in the description below, where you could actually search for your channel and see the analytics. And if you just so happen to have a mysterious disappearance of a large group of subscribers, unless it's something of your content that they didn't like in certain points of mine, I can admit that, unless you see a mass exodus of subscribers just mysteriously gone, it would be YouTube's fault. Not only that, but there has been certain times that YouTube has when I was under the 15-minute limit when I first started making videos for the channel, they added extra minutes so that your video would be above the 15-minute mark. Even though videos would be like 5, 10, or maybe 6 minutes, they'll all of a sudden have extra minutes on them too. To this, I say, YouTube cannot sit here and blame the algorithm for the mistakes that has happened on this channel. People make the algorithm. People actually make the code for the website. I should know. I recently majored in programming. Yes, I graduated with a bachelor's in programming. So, any mistakes that has happened on YouTube for any reason, it is the programmers and the staff and the corporates that do not want to do anything about its fault, not the algorithm. Because in order for the algorithm to act up the way it does, it has to be programmed that way. And unfortunately, what I am saying is not hate speech. Yeah, that's also another thing they added into the algorithm as well. What I'm saying is not hate speech. This is actually within the guidelines. So, I'm putting out this video, although to tell you my situation, and at the same time address other situations that is happening. I need to get my shit straight, and that's exactly what I'm going to do as soon as I'm done with this video. After all, part 16 of Grand Theft Auto is going to be up tonight. And while I get my shit straight, YouTube, you get your shit straight. No, not YouTube. I mean the people running the website need to get their shit straight. Because if they don't, and many huge and popular YouTubers all of a sudden migrate somewhere else, then they can't really blame the algorithm this time if they don't want to address the situation at hand. So, with that said, I'm RVMan985. Have a good night and expect GTA 4 later on tonight. Also, I'll be putting up parts 17 and 18 as well. See you later.